Okay, so today we're going to talk about Unit 2.2, which is organizational structures. Um, you can find formal organizations, which is a planned structure of roles, relationships, and so on, and it is set in a formal way with the rules and regulations, and it is shown in the charts of firms or organization. And then we have informal organizations, which are network of personal and social relationships. It is not planned and it is very spontaneous, and um, it is not shown in the firm's organizational chart. And these are important words that I will be using when explaining the diagram. This is an organizational chart given to the employees when they join the firm. It has the shape of a triangle, as you can see, and shows the different levels of hierarchy: the top, the middle, and the bottom. The ones on the top are the most important ones. They have a higher responsibility and a higher salary than the ones on the bottom, which are more to command, hence the arrows up and down. But it depends on what status they have, and they will use different commands and responsibilities. Here we see an example of an organizational chart which shows in vertical, from up to down, the chain of commands, from the managing director to the director, and then to the production, marketing, finance, administration, and development. Now here we see a tall hierarchy and a flat one. These are different types of organizational structure. A tall hierarchy, which is this one, is used when there are many levels of authority. That's why you can see 1, 2, 3 more than here. As I explained before, in the slide before, the levels of authority go vertically. That's why you can see these different lines here. Sometimes the firm needs to reduce the number of people in the company, so the process is done by delayering, which means taking away the layers, and then it becomes a flat hierarchy. And then there's delegation, which consists on to passing the control or the authority from one person to another. Because if you fire one person, then you have to give that authority that that person has to another one, and that's delegation. Here we see two examples of span of control, in a tall hierarchy and in a flat one. These are the number of people that directly report to one manager. Here you can see the people and the amount of them that report to one manager. Okay, in the top diagram, we can see that there is a high span of control because it's a flat hierarchy, whereas here it's a tall hierarchy which has more layers, and there is a lower span of control. This is a pyramidal structure where we can observe different types of jobs and their hierarchy. So this would be an example of a flat hierarchy because it doesn't have that many layers, and you can see the jobs there are in each layer, like the workers, the middle managers, senior managers, and managing directors. And this relates to the first chart we saw of top, middle, bottom, and the responsibilities and the commands of each one. Now here we have a functional organization that is centralized. You may ask yourself, what is a functional organization? Well, this is when the business works together and have different functions. Very easy. In this case, we see a centralized organization. Why? Because the decision making is focused on one person, which is the managing director. These are all decisions and decision making, and it's all focused on it. It allows the business to have a clear channel of communication, because if they all go to one, it's easier. For example, Everything is connected to the manager director here. The finance, the production, sales, marketing, R&D, all of it. Then we have a circular organization, which does not depend on a managing director like the one we saw before. In fact, it is a cycle. It's like a cycle. It all connects with everything. And then here we have a functional organization, which is collaborative. Excuse me. And here we see that sales, marketing, production, accounts all have a circle of a different color, and they all work together to form one thing. That's what collaborative means. They all work together. But at the same time, you can see that not the four circles are exactly in the same place. They have their own things to do, and then they also work together. And this is the end of the organizational structures unit 2.2, and that's my presentation. Hope you enjoyed and understood properly. Bye.